Good morning, student. How are you? I hope everyone is happy. God bless you and your family. In the previous section, we saw about the nutrition and types of nutrition. The body needs nutrient to carry out various functions. Nutrient can be classified into five major already I told you. The first one carbohydrates, fat, protein, vitamin and minerals, water. Carbohydrate, the main functions of carbohydrates is to provide energy. Carbohydrates are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Second one, fat. Fat are made up of glycerol and fatty acid. So which gain are composed of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. One of the function of the fat is providing energy when needed, for example, when carbohydrate not available. That is why fat and carbohydrate are called energy giving food. Carbohydrate, for example, rice, wheat, maize and potato. Fat, for example, oil, milk, butter, ghee, nuts and meat. And third one, proteins. Protein are made up of amino acid, which are compound of carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen. Protein are called body building food because they help to build new cells. Protein, for example, milk and milk product, pulses, egg, meat and fish are rich in protein. Next one, vitamins. Our body need vitamin in very small quantity and they are very important for it functioning. Minerals. Our body also needs small quantity of some minerals to function properly and to make bone, teeth, muscles and blood cells. Vitamin and minerals are together known as protective food, but carbohydrate and fat are together known as energy giving food. Water. Water also help to regulate our body temperature. I welcome everyone back to my class. Today we are going to discuss about human digestive system. The role of the digestive system. Digestive system is responsible for the processing the food we eat. It does in the following steps. The first one, indigestion or the intake of food. Second one, digestion or the breaking down of complex food. Complex food means, for example, carbohydrate into a simple and water soluble form. Third one, absorption or the process of digested food entering the blood circulation. Last one, digestion or the expulsion of undigested food, expelled of unwanted food material. We all love food. It is tasty and fun and absolutely vital for life. But how you ever wondered how your body turns all that yummy food into the stuff the body needs to work? The body needs energy and it needs it in the form of glucose, sugar. So how do we get from complex food that contain lot of things that aren't sugar to pure sugar energy? The system in your body that does this important job is called the digestive system. The digestive system is a set of organs, passageway, and glands that work together to process complex food into the simple molecule your body needs. The digestive system, it's divided in two types. The first one, alimentary canal, and second one, digestive gland. Alimentary canal include your mouth, teeth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus. And second one, digestive gland. Digestive gland include liver, pancreas, etc. First one, mouth. The oral cavity or the mouth is where food enter the digestive system. Indigested food. Indigested food means to take something such as food into our body to swallow. First, mechanically broken down in the mouth when we chew it with our teeth. This process is called mastication. The food mixed with the saliva, secreted by the salivary gland, and it's rolled into a ball called bolus by the tongue. And second part, pharynx. This is the muscular tube situated at the back of the mouth. It is divided into three parts: upper, middle, and lower. While only air passes through the upper parts, both air and food pass through the middle part, and only food pass through the lower parts. So pharynx divided in three parts: upper parts, middle parts, and lower parts. And second one, esophagus. The pharynx lead to the esophagus. The esophagus is a long muscular tube which connected the pharynx to the stomach. First, food is pushed down the esophagus toward the stomach through the series of contraction down the wall of the esophagus. This is way of contraction as called peristalsis. Peristalsis means the movement of the large tubes inside the body make automatically to push something out or along. The next one, stomach. The stomach is a large J-shaped pouch-like structure located the left side of the abdominal cavity. Its wall has several muscular layers. Its inner surface, inner means inside, as lined with the millions of tiny gastric glands that secreted gastric juice. The upper end of the stomach has an opening that link it to the esophagus, and the lower end of the open to the uppermost part of the small intestine. A lot of action happen in the stomach. Your stomach contains strong acid that break down the food further. It churns the food in the acid to form a mixture called chyme. Enzymes are also released by the stomach, which are particularly good at breaking down protein in the food you eat. Food will often stay in the stomach for hours until it reaches the creamy or liquid consistency before begin the gradually squeeze into the next section. The small intestine, it can take anywhere from 2 to 6 hours for this happen. Next part, small intestine. This is the long coiled tube measuring about 6 meter in an adult. It is divided in three parts: the duodenum, jejunum, and the ileum. The inner surface of the small intestine has millions of folded shaped like fingers. This projection is called villi, help in the absorption of food. So next one, large intestine, rectum and anus. The large intestine too, it's like a tube, but it's wider than small intestine. It is also shorter and measure about 1.5 meter in adult, but small intestine measure about 6 meter in adult. The first part of the large intestine into which the ileum open is called cecum. From the cecum follow the colon The colon arc around the coil of the small intestine and lead to the rectum, which is short tube. Rectum. Rectum waste product are passed into the end of the large intestine called the rectum and eliminated out of the body as a solid matter called stool. It is stored in the rectum as semi-solid phases with the later exit. Exit means pass from the body through the anal canal and through the process of defecation. Now we are going to discuss about process of digestion. We all associated the process of digestion with the stomach, right? But what if I told you the digestive process starts from the mouth itself? There are various other organs involved in the digestion process occurring in the human body. Let us educate ourselves about this process. The digestion process is the series of reaction of food with the digestive hormones and juices. They start right from the oral cavity. Why is digestion important? It is an important process that break down the protein, fat, carbohydrate, vitamin, and minerals into simpler form so that it can be absorbed easily into the body cells. During this process, protein are converted into amino acid, carbohydrates are converted into simple sugar, and fat are broken down into fatty acid and glycerol. Many digestive enzymes and hormones act on food at various stages during the process of digestion. The process of digestion, the first step, the mouth. After mastication, the chewed food in the mouth mixed with the saliva, which contain the enzyme salivary amylase. Salivary amylase start the process of breaking down of starch into sugar. Second one, the stomach. Food take only a few seconds to travel through the pharynx and esophagus into the stomach. No digestive process take place in the pharynx and esophagus. The gastric juice secreted in the stomach containing hydrochloric acid and the enzyme gastric lipase and pepsin. Hydrochloric acid make the food acidic so that the gastric enzyme can act on it. The acid also kill germs like bacteria. Gastric lipase break down fat. Pepsin break down protein into smaller fragment called peptides. The food is ultimately converted into semi-solid form called chyme, which passes into the duodenum. So look at the equation. Protein gives pepsin, peptides. Fat gives gastric lipase, simple molecular. Already I told gastric lipase break down fat. Pepsin break down protein into smaller fragment called peptides. The food is ultimately converted into semi-solid form scheme which passes into the duodenum. So protein gives pepsin and peptides, fat gives gastric lipase and simpler molecules. Small intestine. The chyme that enter the duodenum is the made up of alkaline by bile. Bile means yellow color fluid. So that the enzyme secreted from the intestinal wall and pancreas can act on it. Bile also help to break down fat into tiny droplets that are easier to digest. Pancreatic amylase, trypsin, and pancreatic lipase are the most important enzymes that act in the duodenum. So once you eat your food, how does the body extracted the ingredients that is required? Would you be surprised to know that these functions actually happen in your small intestine? The process known as absorption and assimilation. As the food gets broken down into smaller and simple particles, it has got to get absorbed into bloodstream. It only through the blood and the circulatory system that digested food reach various cells and tissues. Blood coming from the digestive organs carry the simple sugar, glycerol, amino acid and a few vitamin and salt to the liver. Liver store the process the substances. Think back to the last time you had a lot of really crazy and spicy food. Maybe you felt a little discomfort in your upper abdomen. Perhaps you felt nauseous. Some of you may have felt fuller earlier than normal, and then feeling of fullness lasted an uncomfortable long time. Well, then you may have had indigestion or something more technically called dyspepsia. The later term comes from the dys, which means bad or difficult, and pepsia, which implies digestion. So the word literally means bad and or difficult digestion. Cause of dyspepsia include the overeating, spicy food, fatty food, and other causes like lot of alcohol, caffeine, and even soda. Sometimes the causes of indigestion in medical in nature, it may be due to stomach ulcer, stomach cancer, blockage in the intestine, among the plenty other causes. Indigestion not a disease. It is a word for non-specific symptom related to the digestive tract. By non-specific means that this symptom can arise due to many different problems and it's hard to pinpoint a cause on their basis alone. Luckily, most of the time, indigestion require no treatment because it is the minor problem. Yes, you might feel gassy. Yes, you might feel gassy, nausea, and really full, but all of this commonly goes away on its own. In other case, lifestyle changes such as the avoidance of alcohol will be advised by doctor. In more serious cases, the underlying medical problem will need to be treated with the medicine. Next one, what is heartburn? One of the other possible symptom of indigestion is heartburn. This is the burning sensation that occur right behind your breastbone, the hard and relatively flat bone. It's the middle of your chest. Heartburn has nothing to do with the heart, however, it causes by the irritation of the esophagus, the food tube. This is the muscular tube that carries food from the mouth and into the stomach. Finally, we are going to discuss about healthy food habits. Healthy food refer to food that contain the right amount of nutrients. Nutrients like carbohydrate, fat, protein, vitamin, minerals, and water to keep our body fit. We need healthy food to keep ourselves fit. Furthermore, healthy food is also very delicious as opposite to popular thinking. Nowadays, kids need to eat healthy food more than ever. We must encourage good eating habit so that our future generation will be healthy and fit. Most important, the harmful effect of junk food and the positive impact of healthy food must be stressed upon. People should teach kids from an early age about the same. Benefits of healthy food. Healthy food does not have merely one but numerous benefits. It helps us in various spurts of life. Healthy food does not only impact our physical health but mental health too. When we intake healthy fruits and vegetables that are full of nutrients, we reduce the chance of diseases. For instance, green vegetables helps to maintain strength and vigor. In addition, certain healthy food items keep away long-term illness like diabetes and blood pressure. Similarly, obesity is the biggest problem our country is facing now. People are falling prey to obesity faster than accepted. However, this can still be controlled. Obesity means fat. People usually indulge in the lot of junk food. This junk food contains sugar, salt, fat, and more, which contributed to obesity. Healthy food can help to get rid of all this as it does not contain harmful things. In addition, healthy food also helps you save money. It is much cheaper in comparison to junk food. Healthy food. Junk food it's a very harmful that is slowly eating away the health of the present generation. The term itself denotes how dangerous it is for our bodies. Most important, it tasty so good. That is, people consume it on a daily basis. However, not much awareness is spread about the harmful effect of junk food. The problem is more serious than you think. Various studies show that junk food impact our health negatively. They contain higher level of calories, fat and sugar. On the contrary, they have very low amount of healthy nutrients and lack dietary fibers. Parent must discourage the children from consuming junk food because of the ill effect it has no one's health. Impact of junk food. Junk food is the easiest way to gain unhealthy weight. The amount of fat and sugar in the food make you gain weight rapidly. However, this is not a healthy weight. It is more of fat and cholesterol, which will have the harmful impact on your health. This food only looks a taste good. Other than that is no positive point. The amount of calorie your body requires to stay fit it's not fulfilled by this food. For instance, a food like French fry, burger, candy, and cookies all have high amount of sugar and fat. Above all, you can get various nutritional deficiency when you don't consume the essential nutrients like vitamin, minerals, and more. You become prone to cardiovascular disease, heart problem due to the consumptions of bad cholesterol and fat plus sodium. In other words, all this interferes with the functioning of your heart. Furthermore, junk food contain higher level of carbohydrate. It will instantly spike your blood sugar level. This will result in lethargy, inactiveness, and sleeping. A person reflex become dull or over time and they lead an inactive life. To make things worse, junk food also close your arteries and increasing the risk of heart attack. Therefore, it must be avoided at the first instant to save your life from becoming renal. You can avoid junk food by encouraging your children from the early age to eat green vegetables. Their taste buds must be developed as such that they find healthy food tasty. Moreover, try to mix things up. Do not serve the same green vegetable daily in the same style. Incorporate different types of healthy food in their diet following different recipes. In short, do not deprive them completely of it as they will not help. Children will find one way or other to have it. Make sure you give them junk food in limited quantities and at a healthy period of time. Today I give 13 hard words. The first one pharynx, second one esophagus, third one alimentary canal, fourth one pancreas, fifth one mastication, sixth one peristalsis, seventh one duodenum, eighth one jejunum, ninth one helium, 10th one amylase, 11th one hydrochloric acid, 12th one peptides, 13th one amino acid. Once again, pharynx, esophagus, alimentary canal, pancreas, mastication, peristalsis, duodenum, jejunum, ileum, amylase, hydrochloric acid, peptides, amino acid. Today biology assignment, answer the following. I hope everyone understands the sections. Thank you.